Yo, shout out to everybody out there. Welcome to Yankee Fan Sports. Subscribe to the channel, like the content. So the internet is going crazy right now. Looks like everybody is bombing on Chiney Agumike and Sydney Colson. Now, to be clear here, I don't rock with Chiney Agumike, Jamel Hill, Andrea Carter, Monica McNutt, Cheryl Swoops. I halfway don't like Renee Montgomery, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I've seen enough biased, racist narratives come out their mouths for the past 2 seasons. The way they were talking crazy about Clark was nasty. Now, it started with Cheryl Swoops. She was just like really going overboard, lying about Clark's age, how many years in college, how many threes she took, just blatantly lying on him. Had the nerve to DM Clark to apologize and then went on continuing to bash her and lie on her. That's how she wound up losing the job. You see what I'm saying? But then it's like, once I heard Monica McNutt say, oh, people only like Clark because she's a little white girl from the Midwest, I was like, wow, that's how you feel about her? She's a little white girl from, okay, so we borderline racist already. And then you seen Chiney Agumike, she tried to get Kelsey Mitchell to talk about the Clark fans, or talk about your fans because they're a lot. It was just like, you're really trying to instigate this, aren't you? You know what I'm saying? And then she telling Angel Reese, we got you, sis. And they all trying to say Angel Reese should be Rookie of the Year because Monica McNutt said Angel Reese should have been Rookie of the Year because Chicago had a better record than Indiana. That was at first. Then when Indiana wound up passing them, she started getting quiet, right? Now, mind you, her reasoning is, I'm going for whoever has the better record because that means you did more for your team. If that's the case, why is she wanting to say Paige Beckers was Rookie of the Year when they had the worst record last season? One of. I know Connecticut was down there too. Literally don't make no sense. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I already see what's going on here. This is not just a professional basketball league. This is a black/gay professional league with narratives and ties to certain colleges. So if you get down with certain colleges, you good to go. Like, it's so much going on here. It's nasty. Teammates dating each other, getting ready to jump basketball players. Like, this is not a regular league. All right, so that's why I didn't watch the halftime game shows. I've seen the Liberty and the Valkyries game. I'm gonna be real with you, Sabrina Ionescu. You might want to find your game. Just saying, you might want to find your game. And I definitely seen that Minnesota and Dallas Wings game. Like, yo, Olivia Miles, she's starting to turn into a villain. I like it. She got a tech yelling at people when she's scoring. Her and Paige going back and forth. Yo, she was out there balling. But I did not watch the halftime game because I don't rock with them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really not surprised that people are going crazy over something dumb that they said. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. First, we got Sydney Colson. She goes, do I think it was a flagrant? Not at all. Now, let me stop right there. You ain't even just say no. You said not at all. I don't understand how you can look at Alyssa Thomas' fist on Clark's throat, knowing her leg is in her groin, because let's be serious. You don't have to watch it right then and there to know what's going on. This has been circulating ever since the game. So you know what's been going on at this point in time when you're up there talking at this point. You see what I'm saying? I don't see how you could do all that and say not at all, it's not a flagrant. So I got a question for you. What do you call a flagrant? What, does somebody got to grab somebody's ponytail out the air and slam them? Does somebody got to drop kick you in the throat? Does somebody got to break a bone for it to be a flagrant, Sydney Colson? You sound ridiculous. Do I think it was a flagrant? Not at all. But I also grew up in an era where it's very physical, and this was the least of what I would consider a flagrant too. This is the reason why y'all didn't grow. Y'all was too busy beating each other up instead of actually trying to get better in basketball where people would want to watch y'all. Aren't y'all embarrassed that y'all been here for 30 years and nobody cares? I'm just saying, I have to keep reiterating this because I think that in their minds, now that people are watching, they seem to have forgotten that they were literally playing in front of empty arenas. Like, they're forgetting that part there. What are you talking about? This is the least of what you would have called the flagrant foul. Like, what were y'all doing back then? All just hurting each other, huh? For pennies on top of that. And then you wonder why y'all weren't growing. And then you wonder why nobody took y'all serious. Everybody's watching now. We know why. It's not because of y'all. I think that's nasty that you would even say something like that. Not at all. But then again, look who we talking about. We talking about Sydney Colson. We talking about somebody who was not only Clark's teammate last season, right? we already know that the whole WNBA had something against Clark. She knew it too. You know how we knew Cindy Colson knew it? Because she literally came out and said people started acting weird towards her once they found out she went to Indiana. Facts. She said that about her Aces teammates. They were acting weird because that's the team she went to. So you already knew that there was something going on around Clark, even if you didn't know, you knew. And then number two, let's be real. When y'all won the Commissioner's Cup, you thought it was smart to act like you was dry humping Clark on camera, knowing that mad people was watching, knowing it was going to go viral. Like, just because you're not a superstar don't mean she not one. So now you got all these kids watching you dry hump. Like, so I don't take you serious anyway, because I think common sense should have said that wasn't the smart thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially live on camera in front of what? You know how much noise that made last season when she did that? They're too busy trying to show you, hey, I'm gay. That's what's going on right now. They're too busy trying to show you that instead of trying to show you that they can play basketball. That's just my personal opinion. So that's that right there. Let me get her the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? And now what we're going to do is we're going to really talk. Because I'm hearing Chini Agumake was talking. And she be thinking that she sounds intelligent at times because she talks fast and shit. Let me hear what the hell she had to say. Hold on, because I didn't hear this. I got to hear this here. And I hope it ain't nothing too crazy.
To me, overall, officiating has been a universal issue this year. And that's not the goal of any league, but this is the reality. And when you think about the imperative to call more fouls, we're seeing the highest scoring season ever in WNBA history. That's largely because they're calling more fouls, right? Games are no longer 2 hours, they're 2.5 hours long. So you're seeing that there's an imperative to call more fouls, but there's still a lack of situational awareness or a lack of control of the game by the refs. You can call fouls, but is it dictating how one game is played from the other? Because you can see one game where one is super physical and one where people are dropping 50.
So far, I'm agreeing with what she's saying. I don't hear nothing crazy yet.
There's been a lack of consistency, and this creates a problem in magnifier matchups. And this is a magnifier matchup when you look back at it.
Okay, wait. Before she even starts talking, all right. So you're blaming this on the refs. Alyssa Thomas is the one who chose to come down on Clark. The ball was there, yes, but her fist was on her throat, Sheenie. Are you trying to turn this on the referees saying because they're not calling it fairly, that's why this happened? Is that where you're going with this?
Alyssa Thomas, Caitlin Clark, both dominant players, but Alyssa plays on the edge. I know her. And Caitlin sometimes embellishes at times in certain instances. And so when you have a scrum, like you said, there needs to be a vigilance, but also this created...
All right, get your thoughts together because you're starting to piss me off. You're starting to piss me off.
A position where the league is now forced to be reactive. And instead of having a control of not just calling fouls, now the league is reacting and doing something that it rarely does on a non-call and instituting a suspension. And to me, that was unique. But I'll lastly say this, because that largely happened because of the optics. In game flow, if you're watching in game speed, I was watching in game speed, I didn't really notice too much because people hit the ground all the time. But then when narratives are created based off of a freeze frame.
When narratives are created basically off of a freeze frame, are you fucking retarded, Sheenie? Her fist is on her throat. What are you talking about? So you mean it's not important if you don't watch it when it happens? So because of a freeze frame, the frame showed her fist on her throat. It's not a narrative being created. We're talking about what happened. What do you mean? This is why I don't rock with her. This is she thinks talking fast and using big words, she can lose you to make you think she's intelligent. What she's actually saying is fucking stupid right now. That definitely, the suspension should have been longer. Y'all are over here talking about, oh, listen, Thomas got suspended for one game. It should have been longer. Did we forget she just threw an elbow at her head the game before? That was, what, 2 days before that? What are you talking about? Like, this is what I be talking about with them.
That can create a huge problem, and I do think that the league...
In slow motion.
Yes, the league was reacting to the optics of that image.
Can you please stop? I mean, it's the optics, yes, but the league should... It's not the optics. It is, but it's not. It's the optics because it's a picture. It's the freeze frame, yes. But the fact of the matter is, she punched her in the throat. She used her throat with a fist. I don't think you're getting it, Sheenie. You're worrying about the optics of a picture. What about what actually fucking happened in the game?
Just what Tibbetts was saying, right?
Yeah, like if you walk by me and I'm doing this, but then if you play it faster and you see I was actually doing this, to move my nose. It looked different in freeze frame.
But the big
Sydney Colson, shut the fuck up. Please shut up. What are you trying to say? Okay. We all can agree that she got her fist on Clark's throat. Never mind the fact that when Clark got up, she jumped up and started bugging out like she usually does. Never mind that. You can see it. What happened there? So what are you trying to say? This is not a smile that we got wrong. This is someone using their fist to hit someone's throat while being on their groin. Can y'all stop playing?
Your picture issue here is that, like, in that situation, if you're watching it in real time, both players who are known to make their issues known got up and kept going.
That was my thing.
That's bullshit. That's not what happened. Clark didn't get up and just run down the court to play basketball. That's not. And then what is Alyssa Thomas supposed to do? Why would she make a big deal if she's the one who violated Clark? What are you talking about? She acting like Clark got up and just ran down the court to play basketball. That's not what happened. Like, stop fucking lying. Look at her face. You can tell she's a liar. Look at her face. She's thinking about the next lie.
That's why I have a problem, because if you're looking at the reaction even to this day, it breaks my heart, because players, even in Alyssa Thomas's caliber, whether you think she did it intentionally or not, she's dealing with a heightened level of vitriol right now based off of what this situation created, and that doesn't sit well with me.
I don't give a damn what sits well with you. She shouldn't have did it. She shouldn't have did it. Maybe if she ain't throw that goddamn elbow the first fucking game, we wouldn't be on her like that. But she did. And she also said Indiana was racist and a whole bunch of other shit. So we're not going to sit here and it breaks your heart. You don't even have a heart. What are you talking about? You got a hole in your heart. I watched you slander a 22-year-old. Like, girl, knock it off.
If the league could really handle this better in real time and figuring out how we want more points, we want more fouls, but how do we keep an eye on these specific matchups so we can avoid the narratives getting out of our control? I hope that happens moving forward.
Okay, well, wait a minute. See, I don't like this. I think you're right to an extent. But why should the referees be watching these two players super close? Why can't Alyssa Thomas just play basketball? Why? I've seen Clark mouth off. I've even seen Clark shove somebody. I've even seen what happens to her is not what she does to other people. And that's a fact. We didn't see this girl get poked in the eye. We didn't see this girl get hammered. Lord knows how many times, knocked halfway down the court, back turn, knocked over by Kennedy. We didn't see mad shit happen, bro. What are you talking about? Why can't Alyssa Thomas just play basketball? Why can't the woman just play basketball? When are y'all going to talk about that, since y'all want to talk about the WNBA so bad? Why don't we talk about the jealousy and the envy and hate that these old school players have towards Caitlin Clark? Why don't we just do that? From the old school to the I don't know. Kennedy Carter's not that old. I heard she's in like her 20s or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. The JC Sheldon, it goes that young. You don't see Paige doing nothing dirty. The only one who's trying to cloud chase is Reese. But besides that, I ain't see Olivia Miles yet. Nobody else is doing that to Clark. They done watched her in Iowa. They came up around her. They know who she is. Y'all are the ones who jealous of her. That's why y'all not doing it to nobody else. Like, it's real blatant what's going on here. This is why I don't fuck with them, because they full of shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is nasty and disgusting, man. Y'all got to watch who y'all listen to. Because she's trying to make it like, oh, yeah, well, they gave her a suspension based off of our optic when it wasn't a call. Number one, there clearly should have been a call. I don't know why the referee wasn't there to actually review that shit. Number two, it's beyond our optic. We see what's happening. We don't got to feel Alyssa Thomas' throat to know that shit hurts. And she's on her groin. Like, what are you talking about? Our optic. Like, come on, man. Knock it off, bro. They're weird. This is why I don't watch them. They're racist. Whatever, bro. You're going to keep saying, I am not surprised by any of this. I'm telling you, I watched Sydney Colson sit here and dry hump Clark on camera. I watched Sydney Colson say everyone started treating me differently when I went to Caitlin Clark's team in Indiana. But yet you're sitting here saying it's not a flagrant. That's the least of a flagrant too. Girl, what? What were y'all choke slamming each other back in the day? Y'all is nuts. And this is the reason why y'all didn't grow, because y'all was too busy getting beat the fuck up. You couldn't keep the fans around in order for it to actually grow, because all your stars kept getting hurt. Y'all out there DDTing each other. Y'all crazy as hell, man. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out. Peace.